Welcome back. Hello, welcome. So we're just gonna wait for Michael to connect. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Hi guys, welcome. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for Michael to connect from Conscious Life Expo. We're going to be talking a little bit about their event and about the Galactic Conference happening on the 11/11. So that's next Tuesday. Hi guys, welcome. Let me know how you've been, where you're from, how these energies are treating you. There's definitely a lot going on. Thank you guys. Thanks for the compliments. Hi, hello, welcome. Hi Lily, thank you for joining. Hi guys. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for my guest to come on, and then we're going to have a little chat. He's going to talk a little bit about their mission. We're going to talk a little bit about our mission. And yeah, I'm kind of like seeing how the two meet, you know. Hello from Canada. Let me know where you guys are connecting from. I know you're from all over the world. Hello, welcome. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, and if any questions come up, even regarding the energetics, I did recently post a video just with the energetic update. It is quite messy going towards the end of the year. There's a lot of disruption. I find that people tend to have like a really short fuse right now. Hello, welcome from the UK, welcome from Paris. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's brutal. I think brutal is the right word. Hello, welcome from the US. Yeah, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here. Hello from India. Hello from Iraq. Thank you for joining and finding the time. Hi, guys. Oh, there it is. Conscious Life Expo. So now, hi, Lily. Hello from India. Okay, so now, Michael, you must click at the bottom where it says request to join. There's a little camera, and then I'm going to let you in. Hello from Vancouver. Hello from Poland. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lily. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Welcome. Yeah, digging deep, removing the layers. Definitely a lot that's been shifting and going on, and a lot that's been expanding. I find that the end of the year is always like, it's almost like when everything comes to the surface, because everything that you can't take in the new year, you need to let go of. And if you're not open and surrendering and allowing for the universe to guide you, then it's going to show you. Like, it's not going to guide you, it's going to kind of like slap it in your face sort of thing. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Those of you who have just joined, let me know how you've been and where you're from. Hello, welcome. Hi, hello. I'm still waiting for the request for Conscious Life Expo to join. I haven't received it yet. Hello, welcome. Hi guys, hello, thank you for being here. Yeah, and just maybe let me know how it's feeling your side of the world. How's everyone's sleep? I had 2 nights ago where my astral was really intense. There was a lot going on. I didn't wake up, but it was just like one after the other. It was a lot of experiences. Guys, for those of you who are joining now, we are connecting with Conscious Life Expo with Hi, Michael. Hi. How are you?
Good. I'm stuck in a rainstorm. Give me just a couple more minutes.
That's okay. You can mute yourself and I'll carry on talking.
All right.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, guys, I have no issue when it comes to talking. I can talk for ages. So yeah, I'm just going to briefly explain to you a little bit about the Galactic Conference that's happening on the 11/11. It's going to be a beautiful experience. We're going to start at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got 9 different segments happening. So we've got 7 speakers, and then we've got 2 people that are coming in, just really like explaining their mission, expanding. We got the guys from GFL, which is Galactic Federation of Light Apparel, which we did the live with last week. And then we've got the guys from Conscious Life Expo. Michael and Christine will be speaking about their mission. Hi, Neil. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow I will have on Neil for a live from Portal to Ascension. So it's a beautiful collaboration with these three big brands. You've got Portal to Ascension, Galactic Federation of Light Apparel, and Conscious Life Expo, all in the same event. Like, it doesn't get more activating than that. Then we've got a lot of talks. Neil is going to be talking. Debbie Solaris will be talking. I will be talking. We have Steve Nobel from the UK that's going to join us and talk. And we did a live yesterday with him as well. Then we've got Tony Kansi who's going to also come and speak. So there's going to be a lot. There's Debbie Dashinger, which will be presenting. And the beautiful thing about this Galactic Conference is that you get to have 10 minutes of time where we have a live Q&A with each one of the speakers. So it'll be, it's always interesting, I find, to have this time because, you know, the questions you guys have are not the same ones, you know, as we would have for each other and for ourselves. So it's always nice to kind of like have that input and make it as interactive as possible. That's what I've been trying to do with this event with the Galactic Conference, just really to make it interactive. Hi, Michael. I think we're getting there, almost there. We flow, guys. We learn to flow. So yeah, and I was also explaining to Steve yesterday when we were speaking, I was saying how it's very interesting when you make the conscious decision of actually buying a ticket and participating at this event. Already you start shifting into this high vibrational frequency timeline. You start shifting into the space of I want to change my life. I want to make a difference. I want to, you know, work towards, you know, your highest alignment or whatever it is. So even by just purchasing the ticket, you're already making the conscious decision of upgrading your life. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Tickets are $55. There will be the recording available for anyone who decides to buy a ticket but can't participate for the whole time. So I think it's about 7 hours, the whole event. Although there will be no recording for sale after the event. So the sales will close. I think I'll keep them open probably like until halfway through, if not to the end of the event. And then after that, they will close. Okay, let me see if Michael can join us now. Hi, welcome. Did you
How's
find
it going? Can you hear me?
it's well, thank you. Did you find a safe parking place to stay?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we have okay Wi-Fi here. I'm in Mexico. Sometimes it doesn't always work out.
Oh, okay. I'm actually doing a retreat in Mexico in November of next year.
That's good. Where are you going in Mexico?
Oaxaca.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oaxaca?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Oaxaca.
Okay, is that close where you are?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mexico's a very big country.
I know it's
Yeah.
big. Yeah, I was guided there because of the pyramids. So I'm going to be doing some channeling and activation of ley lines where the pyramids are.
Okay, cool. That
Yeah.
that area, Oaxaca, has some groups. It's the Zapotecs and the Mixtecs
Yes.
that live there,
Yeah.
and some of them still speak those languages. So if you ever go, you always ask if they speak, and then they're very happy to tell you if they do, because
Oh,
we still live
wow.
in like a Spanish language country, but there's a lot of indigenous languages still very much alive. Where I am, they speak Mayan, and
Oh, yeah.
so I always ask, "Do you speak Mayan?" And I try to learn a couple words, but it's yeah. Anyway,
Sounds amazing. Well, I look forward. I've never been to Mexico before, so I look forward to traveling there next year. Yeah, guys. So welcome, Michael. Michael, would you just like to say maybe a little bit about yourself? I've already mentioned CLE. I've spoken a little bit about the event, but if you want to give maybe a short introduction to the people about you.
yeah, sure. My name is Michael Satva. I go by Satva mostly. I've been working at the Conscious Life Expo since it started, since my father started it in 2002. And here we are, the 24th annual event. It's one of the largest in the country, if not the world. It's a very interesting mix of spirituality, UFOs, light language, ascension, ancient mysteries, um, really the whole gamut of this kind of experience of these alternative beliefs and modalities. Um, so it's a lot of fun. We have over 200 speakers every year, which is amazing. And so we really give opportunities to new up and coming talent to really showcase them. And it's a zoo for 3 days at the Hilton. Um, we're on 3 whole floors. We fill it up. There's like every hour there's 11 events happening simultaneous. So there's no way to see everything at all. So again, also there's 200 something exhibitors as well. So it's fun. Right now we're just getting everything ready on the website, and yes, this February 20th to 23rd at the LAX Hilton in Los Angeles.
Amazing. Yeah, guys, and this is what I was saying just now. I was saying when you buy a ticket to one of these events, whether it's Galactic Conference, Conscious Life Expo, you are already choosing to anchor into this timeline, into, a high vibrational frequency space. It's almost like the moment you buy that ticket, the moment you make that decision, you are already, committed to changing your life. So it's really, really important. And again, if you can't make it in person, I know that Conscious Life Expo also has like some recordings and then put some stuff online as well. And so I think it's really important to take the time for yourselves, take the time to enter these spaces that actually are time loops. Like this is how I feel when I'm at the expo, because that's like a big one. You're there physically, and like the 3-4 days that I actually have to get to the hotel 2-3 days before so that I can anchor in, settle my energy so that my system is ready for when the expo starts and everyone starts coming in. Because if I only get there the
You're
day
you're at,
before, like
you're at 8 p.m. on Saturday, right? That's when we
yes,
have you, right? 8
I
p.m.
speak on
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, I
Yeah,
speak on Saturday. Yeah, but
that's a great time.
I generally arrive, I think, around the Tuesday or Wednesday before so that I can anchor in. Yes, are tickets already available on the website for the expo?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what are you speaking about this year? What's your topic?
So I'm talking about integrating multidimensionality and AI and technology and how it can serve us instead of us serving it.
Yeah, that's the big one. We
Yeah.
really I have a very interesting relationship with AI. As an artist, it's amazing what it can do, but it's also so important to put our own essence in it, or else it gives really mediocre results. It's all about our input is really so important to like basically give this tool what it needs to build towards towards the future that we're actually looking for. So rather than being afraid of it, I think we have to embrace that it's here and find ways to give it the tools to help us, rather than um, become a victim of the situation. So that's kind of how I see it as an artist. How do we train the AI to be in our likeness, if that makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's such like a multidimensional subject, and there's so many like nuances and layers and aspects of it. And I'll bring in a little bit talking about ancient Atlantean timelines and Atlantean karma and how we're here to clear that and to integrate it into a healthy way, and how to anchor it really into our organic timeline so that exactly as you said, we have a healthy relationship and it works for us, and we put that part of our heart in it. Like it's we need to be kind of like the creator beings. As I said, it's a tool. So I wasn't planning on talking about that, but then when I sat down I was like, okay, like what is needed? And they were like, we know that this maybe isn't the top of your list, but this is what's needed. So are you? And I was like, okay, I will. This is what I will speak on. And it's great. I mean, not that, but if it would have been me, I would just be like, oh, light language, princess, fairies, channeling. And while I will touch on aspects of that, because I feel that as embodied energy workers and as channels, we do have a responsibility. Like you're an artist, you're a channel yourself. So, you have that responsibility too. Like working on yourself. And then once you have that balance, really like transferring it into the AI and the technology.
Yeah, we live in very interesting times, that's for sure. So,
Yeah.
well, I definitely look forward to seeing how it manifests this February for you, and I really look forward to working with you in February. And
Amazing.
yeah, and then so tell me more about what's about to happen here on the 11th.
Yes. So on the 11/11, we have the Galactic Conference that's coming up. It's going to be a very, very, very powerful portal. And I was having this conversation with Steve yesterday, 2 days ago, that I had another live, and we were saying how like the 8/8 portal is, fire, to an extent disruption, rebirth, and then the 11/11 is really like magic, like magical, like. And this is what came through this portal of remembrance, remembering who you are, remembering your power, and what I find is because this year 2025 is a 9, it's a cycle that closes and finishes, and we're going into a 1 next year. There's a lot of there's a lot of that's happening now going into the end of the year, and a lot of things that's coming up to be observed and cleared. And I find that there's quite a lot of disruption, and so really taking the time and the space to connect to all these speakers that come in this event, and really finding the time for yourselves while there's these intense energies going on around is can be a really powerful thing to do. There's a lot of different speakers that are coming. There'll be a lot of channeling. Each speaker will have a 10-minute Q&A. So it's really nice because we'll have someone on the back end just looking at your questions throughout the talks and all of that. And it's a powerful collaboration because we're collaborating with, Conscious Life Expert Michael, then we have Portal to Ascension, that's Neil, and then we have the guys from Galactic Federation of Light Apparel. So that's like three of my favorites, and we all together in this space. And then we've got Debbie Solaris that's going to be talking, Tony Ganzi, Steve Nobel from the UK that's coming to talk. I'm going to be talking, Debbie Dashinger is going to be presenting. So it's like a full lineup. And it's only $55. And I think, yeah, guys, it's a nice prep, especially for something like the Conscious Life Expo that's coming up next year, like, so you're not going in blind. If you've never been, like, do an online one, get a feel for it, and then come to the in-person.
Tell me what energies have you been channeling lately? Like what energies are coming through stronger for you in these times right now?
So I generally find that because the 11/11 is a very big portal of shift before going into the new year, I've been feeling a lot of Arcturian energy that's been really trying to help to kind of like uplift and be like, guys, like, it's, don't stay down, like, you can rise, like. And even on a technological aspect with the technology in itself, and then a lot of people are clearing a lot of grief. So there's a lot of grief that's coming up through the heart center to be kind of like expelled and let go of. And whether it's like grief of your old self, grief of your job, relationship, unions, like a lot of relationships are coming to an end. Like I'm seeing it with my clients, and I'm seeing it with people that I know. There's a lot of unions that were solid that are actually like crumbling, and maybe were meant to crumble, but it's almost like you can't take it with you in the new year. I'm sorry, it's not coming with you, like that's, it's a really like I don't want to say disruptive, because disruptive can have a negative connotation, but it's almost like an implosion of energy that's coming up and out that can't be kind of like tamed anymore.
Well, like you said, a 9 in a cycle is the end of a cycle as something new can come through. So for sure, I think of all the nines in tarot cards always seem like the biggest storm before the end, but it's a necessary part of the process. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, like, like really surrendering into the process. I think the more we resist changes that are meant for us, it makes it harder. And obviously, like, the attachment release is difficult because, but yeah, I think as we move through these ego deaths, we become stronger. And I think we're in a beautiful point of humanity, and yeah, I'm very excited to see what next year brings. Is there anything that you would like to share? Any experiences, anything that's come up for you in this portal?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I feel like we're at a crossroads as a human species where we're just so polarized by the algorithms, and it's just so bizarre because it's like we're not living in the same. It's just so clear now how easy it is for people to live in separate realities, and because of that, it makes it more important for us to like bridge the gap and not be so stuck in what we think truth is or reality is, that it's all amorphous and it's all changeable in a good way, and that we all can find peace with each other if we just come to this conclusion that we're all from source, we're all beings having an experience of reality that's valid. Everybody has a valid experience, but we can't be demonizing each other in any way. Like, we're all part of this project together, and I just see that show up a lot, and it's disheartening, but it also just reinforces my personal belief, which is we're all, everyone's reality is real, and so we just have to honor that. And how boring would it be if we all believed the same things? That's what makes it beautiful, is that there's a variety of beliefs in the world. And here we are, at the Expo, we have hundreds of different belief systems, and I encourage people to question and disagree with each other. And even within the starseed space, there's different ideas of what that means, or who people are contacting, and is it interdimensional? Is it real? Is it alien? Even then, you have the people who are talking to the government, like what is it, Grush, where they're like, no, we have to be official about what's true, and then okay, but then the starseed people are channeling, and it's like, to me, all of these are true visions of reality, and there's no reason to fight about what's real, because they're all different. It's different perspectives of the same prism. And whether it's Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, or Judaism, it's all, again, other prisms of reality. So to me, that's the beauty, is all of having all of those in one place, so that we can really explore what this means to be human, to be conscious, and what lives beyond the physical world. And that's to me the whole point, is let's figure this out together, and the more opinions, the better.
That was so beautifully put. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I mean, I fully agree and support that. Like, for me also, it's all real. Like, it's all real, it's all true. Like, and even if someone's, belief system or ideology, whatever, it's complete, like, I'm also like, wow, tell me more. If you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and again, like, we can see things differently. We don't have to agree. I think it's important to consider everyone and everything, and then you can say, okay, well, this is my experience, that is your experience. And I think there's so much that we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that no one, like, not even someone who channels, not like, you can't say, oh, this is this for sure 100%. Like, we don't know. Like, we only know like a minimum, like, minuscule spectrum of
Yeah.
reality. Like, there's
Yeah.
just so much happening and going on out there that I see it exactly like you. Like, it's all true, literally, from the fairies to the gnomes to the other universes. Like, it's all true.
Yeah, of course. I mean, say in some parts of the world, Ganesh is a very real being that visits people. And in other parts of the world, they're like, Ganesh, that doesn't even make sense. How could there be an elephant-headed creature? But it's like,
Yeah.
for millions, if not a billion people, Ganesh is a very real being that exists. And so to celebrate that, rather than kind of, you know well, let's decipher what the real version. It's like, come on, guys, let's
Yeah.
have more fun than that.
And I think that's what we're moving towards as a collective, as humanity. It's really anchoring in this compassion and this acceptance and this empathy for the
Yeah.
person next to us, and without having any judgment for them. And I think, and this is why these events are so important, because you get to see different sides and aspects of different people, and you get to open your perception and open your mind, and then, make your conclusion and observe objectively what it is that you feel that aligns with you. And it might not be what aligns with your neighbor or even your partner, but that's okay. You can still, coexist and care for each other, and feel this oneness and this connectedness. I think we've been trained to be hyper individualized, and this is something that it's a theory that I came across recently, which was very interesting. It's almost like the evolution of consciousness. It's like it comes from like a very like codependent and attached like evolutionary process. So like the cavemen and the men who like were working the earth, and they were all like super connected, but they weren't evolved, right? So you evolve from that into your own individuality, and then once you've evolved into your own individuality, you evolve into a higher version of a collective community. Does it make sense? So you validated your individuality and your experience, and you go back into that kind of like oneness, but from a individual space, not from a space of need, which was maybe your first experience as like, like a caveman. Or does it make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Have our personal reality, and then we have our collective reality in a community, and then we have a global community and reality that hopefully we can have that global connection where there is a common ground for all of us, even with our different beliefs and our different realities, of like a foundation of love and a foundation of respect and a foundation of that we're all from source in the same way. We all have the same great 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 grandparents. We're all like cousins and brothers and sisters, and that's just what we all have to look at, so that we can live with this together. And another piece I'd like to say about this is just in the scientific world, there's a concept, placebo effect. And I think that is a very underappreciated concept. I think of the placebo effect as belief in something really powerful, is that we create our reality. And so the placebo effect is our mind creating reality. And so in that sense, I think it's not like an error in it. It's the thing that we should be studying more, is how do we create our reality through our beliefs and through our mind, even if it is different than someone else, even if it contradicts with science or contradicts with something else. That's the beauty behind it, is like, what is it behind all of this that makes our reality exist and our being exist? And that's the conversation I think that a lot of people at the Expo are having. That's a conversation that a lot of the channelers are having, is let's do a deep dive. Where is this coming from? And how can we have faith in ourselves and in the process to become healthier and stronger, and not victims of an outside world or victims of circumstance. We become empowered by reconnection to faith in the truth within us. Something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, for sure. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think, guys, really like staying present, staying anchored in the now, listening to the body, listening to the system, staying grounded, and just generally taking action towards the version of yourself that you want to be and that you strive to be, like really working on being a better version of yourself, just being a kind human, being compassionate. And I think, if you start anchoring into these feelings and into these things, like everything else in your life aligns. I mean, I've seen it with so many people. It's like when you start operating from the space of love and compassion, obviously having still your boundaries, like, because we all need boundaries, like things start to open up, you start to manifest, and life starts to roll in a direction that is positive and wonderful. Yeah, so I mean, anything else you want to share and add? I look forward to see you guys on the 11/11. Yeah, is there anything you want to add or share before we close off? I think this was a lovely conversation.
I just really appreciate you and all that you're doing and your lovely energy, and just I really am excited to see you grow and build, and help people around the world. It's really
Thank
cool to
you.
see you grow in this way. So
Thank you.
we're
And
really
thank you
happy to
so
have you at
much.
the expo.
Thank you so much. And like it was like my dream for like 2 years to come at the expo before you guys contacted me. Like I remember seeing it and seeing like all these people talking there and like, start and doing my work and everything. And then I got contacted, and the first one that I did was 2024. And I literally, like, I cannot explain to you. I think I jumped and I screamed and I went to my mom and I said, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." Because at the time I'd done like a few conferences in Europe and in Italy, but it was my first one in the States. So for me, this is the energy that I come with to the expo every time. So thank you for having me. Like, I'm very excited. I can't wait. Tickets are on sale for my workshop at the expo, and then you also have like the options to buy like VIP ticket, full package ticket, like 3-day ticket or 1-day ticket. So this obviously will be on the Conscious Life Expo page, on the Galactic Conference, and on my one. So you guys can check all the links in our bio. I think we all have all the links there. But yeah, so if any of you are going to be coming to the expo, I'll be seeing you there in person. Looking forward to that. But if you can't and you still want to catch, some of the vibe and the activations, you can see us on the 11/11 at the galacticconference.com. And yeah, thank you for joining us, Michael. And I'll see you on the 11. And thank you everyone who joined. Take care. Bye.